name's Paul. I'm a 27-year-old food researcher. The main work I do is cooking for clients and creating menus based on the client's needs. I've loved to eat ever since I was young, and my favorite food is ramen. Honestly, I would love to have ramen every day, but since it's not good for the health to eat it every day, I started researching about nutrition. Now I can make ramen that's good for the body. Maybe I became a food researcher for the love of ramen. I'm currently living together with my girlfriend, Minami, who's the same age as me. We're planning to get married next year. We already introduced each other to both our parents, and we're in the middle of searching for a nice venue for our wedding ceremony. My life is smooth sailing, both public and private. Today I'm cooking curry while I wait for my girlfriend to come home.
I'm home. I smell the waft of spices in the air.
Just as you requested, I made curry. It's almost done. So wait for a little longer, okay? Of course, I'm the one assigned with cooking. One reason's that I love to cook, but...
Curry is so difficult to cook. I cooked curry once, but my mom said it was too sweet and scolded me.
As you can tell from what she said, Minami's not a huge fan of cooking. It was too sweet, so I guess you didn't use the roux that you can buy at the grocery store.
Roux? What's that?
Huh? So what did you put in the curry?
I don't remember exactly what I put in, but I do remember adding 8 bars of chocolate to thicken it up.
What? Chocolate?
My friend told me that she adds chocolate into curries, so...
That's a secret ingredient! It won't be so secret if you add that much chocolate! That sounds more like a chocolate soup! I take back what I said earlier about her not being a huge fan of cooking. She's catastrophically bad at cooking, but I think she's cute even though she can't cook. Oh, by the way, next Friday night, I'm cooking for a client. I'll probably arrive home late that day, so I'll cook something that you can just microwave, okay?
Friday?
Yeah, they'll be having a house party, and they asked me to cook. I'm sorry. Lately, I've been getting a lot of requests of meal prepping a week's worth of meals, and I also got quite a lot of house party cooking requests. I've been having trouble with not being able to spend time with her on the weekends.
I'll be going out with my friends that day, so you don't need to cook for me. They've been asking me to go with them, so can I go?
Of course! That's how I responded, but I never knew that I was going to regret that. She went out on Friday night, but she didn't return until dawn. Ever since that night, Minami started going out during the weekends. What's worse is that she didn't contact me, and there were many days when she came home the next day. My weekend started with looking after Minami on Saturday morning as she falls asleep on the sofa. She snored loudly today, too, on the sofa, and she woke up past 2 p.m.
I slept a lot. I'm so hungover, but I'm so hungry. Paul, did you make something to eat?
Of course I did. I then went to the kitchen and heated the food that I prepared for her. I then went back to the living room and handed the food to Minami.
Huh? What's this?
That's good for hangovers. Every time Minami has a hangover, I make miso soup with clams and a rice ball. I also make sure I serve it with orange juice. At first, she was very happy to eat this set, but then...
More stylish breakfast. Didn't you make pancakes or French toast?
I think food that doesn't upset your stomach would be better.
You don't have a sense of style at all. There's no point in being a good cook if you can't make stylish dishes.
I can cook stylish food, though. After all, I receive a lot of requests asking me to make stylish food so that my clients can upload them on social media. So you're not gonna eat that? I've gone through all that trouble to make that dish. But she spoke ill of it. I won't stand for that kind of attitude. Clams are good for the health, and when one has a hangover, it's important to take salt, sugar, and some vitamins. That's why I chose this menu for her.
I don't care anymore. I already made plans with a friend, so I'll eat outside.
What? I thought we were gonna take a look at the wedding venue.
I'm not in the mood, so next time. Maybe you should use your time at home to learn to make stylish food.
How could you say that? Minami didn't eat a single bite of the food I cooked for her, and she stomped her way out the door. She used to eat the food I cooked deliciously, but lately, she doesn't seem to enjoy eating it. Will we be able to build a happy family after getting married?
I bet that is impossible.
Whoa! You scared me!
Hey, I'm your cute little sister. Why are you scared?
Paige, don't pop out of nowhere like that.
You look very surprised. That means you forgot that I'm here.
She's right. Paige is my younger sister, and the wedding venue we were going to see today was introduced to us by Paige. That's why she's here to go with us. I can't believe I forgot about my little sister because I was in utter shock at how Minami complained about my cooking. I'm so pathetic.
Minami looks like she's changed.
You think so too? I can't believe she said those words about my cooking. I wonder what Minami thinks about me. I wonder if she and I should get married as planned.
She looks like she's hiding something if you ask me. What are you going to do about it, big brother?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do?
I can investigate her whereabouts, you know. But in exchange for that...
You want me to give you that thing, right?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. In that case, you can count on me.
Actually, Paige's investigation skills are like that of a detective. Maybe even better than a detective. She's taken several cases for me already, and the reward she asks for is not an easy thing to make. 2 weeks later, I received a message from Paige. I found out the reason why Minami's attitude suddenly changed. I somewhat braced myself for the worst, but I was still impacted. Just when I was thinking about what to do, Minami, who was in front of me, said something. What's worse is that she said it right after eating dinner, and after nitpicking my cooking.
Oh, for a man to cook instead of a woman. It looks very feminine and quite pitiful.
She said that, but she asked for seconds.
What's worse is that these days, your sense of style became even less...
Then sorry.
I don't think a man who cooks is capable of making me happy.
Huh? A man who can cook is better than one who can't.
I thought of my future properly. Are you really the man that I should marry?
What? Wait a second. Is this going to where I think it's headed?
I'm going to date an elite man working at one of the top companies in the country, so let's break up.
The words I was dreading to hear from her. Hey, that's so sudden.
I don't like doing housework, so I thought that if I marry you, I'll have an easy married life. But come to think of it, if I marry a rich man, I can just hire a maid to do everything for me. Also, I can hire people like you, too. So I think that I should marry a rich man with a lot of money. That's why I decided to be happy together with an elite man.
Who is he?
It doesn't matter who he is. With that said, let's pretend we never prepared for the wedding. I will become happy together with the $100,000 player.
Minami laughed as she marched out of the room. I looked down and didn't have a word to say back. Listening to the living room door close, I smirked. She finally broke off our engagement. That's right. I was waiting for Minami to break off our engagement. Actually, I heard from Paige that Minami was with an elite man. However, I couldn't find evidence of her affair, so I had no choice but to wait for her to admit it. That's why I always have a voice recorder with me, in the event that she admits to her affair. But in addition to evidence of a broken engagement due to a love affair, I have also documented the days when she would complain about my cooking. So the lawyer was very pleased. I received alimony, and we parted without much drama. I loved her so much, but her attitude recently had been too much to take in. What's worse is that she didn't take good care of her food, and she didn't show appreciation either. Well, it turned out that the breaking off of the engagement was sort of a blessing in disguise for me. Half a year later, one day, just when I thought I'd completely forgotten about Minami, I received a call from her. Honestly, I didn't want to get involved with her anymore. So even though I received a call from her, I didn't delete her number, so I'll know that it's her if she calls. That way, I don't accidentally answer her call.
Paul, aren't you going to answer the call?
Ailey, who's with me, curiously asked me. Actually, she's my sister's acquaintance. We met 3 months ago, and we're dating. She's a very sweet person. Actually, I showed her the caller's name on my phone as it kept ringing.
Your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah. Ailey knows that my previous engagement was broken.
Are you sure you don't want to answer the phone?
I have a feeling it's not going to be pleasant if I answer the phone.
Right. How about I answer it?
No, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. She'll probably just give up if I don't pick up the phone. However, I was wrong about that. She continued calling my phone until I had to decline them. But then she started calling my work phone. I decided not to pick up the phone, and I waited for her to give up. A few days later, Ailey, Paige, and I were going out today. We gathered at the train station, and just when we were about to leave, I heard a familiar voice calling my name.
Paul, I finally found you. Why didn't you answer my calls?
I looked at the direction from where the voice was coming from. I was right. It's Minami. But wait a minute. That is Minami, right? She looks kind of round. Her face looks puffier, and I think she's doubled in size. She made a thudding noise, and the ground shook as she came closer to us. Ailey and Paige were just as shocked as I was.
Is that your ex-girlfriend?
I think.
Oh my, I guess puberty hit her late. What are you whispering about? How dare you ignore your finances? Oh, wait, did you forget something? Huh? Paul is your ex-fiance. You forgot to say ex. I came to take back my ex, so I don't need to use that prefix.
What?
I'm sorry for suddenly dumping you before, but I had no choice but to do that. But I realize now, I won't hesitate anymore. I will be your one and only Minami.
You don't have to.
Whoa, how bold of you to propose in front of your ex's new girlfriend. I mean, how thoughtless of you. What did you just say? A girlfriend? Her?
Hey, stop it! I tried to stop Minami from attacking Ailey, but Ailey looked composed. I mean, she looked more like drawn back. Paige, could you please wait with Ailey at a cafe nearby?
Oh my, are you sure you're fine without me?
Well, I'm a bit worried.
Don't worry about me. I'll just be a spectator.
She's so cool.
It's just been half a year since we broke up, but you already have a new girlfriend? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable? You're unbelievable! You broke off our engagement and dumped me for a guy who, according to you, earns more than me!
I broke up with him just so I can be with you, so it's not unbelievable. Paul, please make me your fiancé again. I promise I won't look at other men ever.
That's impossible!
What? Why?
What do you mean, why? I'm shocked that you don't understand why. You insulted my cooking and you broke off our engagement, that's why! Besides, I got a new girlfriend now.
Is it because I became fat? I can't believe you judge people by their looks. How dare you?
That's irrelevant. Well, I guess you did gain some weight, but the first time we met, you weren't that huge, but you were a bit chubby.
Chubby? How dare you call me chubby?
Sorry, but try to remember the first day we met.
Well, I guess you're not wrong.
She's admitting it now. You had rough skin, and your hair was very dry.
Big brother, you don't say that to a lady. That's right. How could you say that?
Oh, I'm sorry. What I was trying to say is that I judged you for your inner beauty rather than your outer.
So does that mean you still love me?
Actually, no.
What?
You insulted my cooking, and you even said that I had no sense of style. That's when I thought that I couldn't be with you.
What? Just because of that? It's just normal to complain about cooking.
What's worse is that even though you had a fiancé, you kept on going out to matchmaking parties. You even approached men who you find attractive. You cheated on me and broke off our engagement. Where's the inner beauty there?
Makes sense. In my defense, I was told by my friend that there's no point in marrying a man if he doesn't earn much. I only have one life to live, so I decided how to live it.
Whoa, how defiant of her.
Also, I didn't cheat on you. Stop saying I cheated because it's unpleasant to the ears.
Huh? But...
Well, it is true that I became good friends with an elite man, and we nearly had a relationship, but I suddenly couldn't contact him. In other words, I didn't cheat on you.
Huh? Whether you had a relationship with him or not, what you did is still bad. Why is Paige grinning? Paige, didn't you tell me that she cheated on me?
Oh, I don't remember saying that. That's right, I didn't have a relationship with him.
I don't think that's something one should be saying with a smug look.
Without Paul, I couldn't eat or sleep. Come back to me, Paul. Minami, your grammar is wrong again. Huh? It's can't eat nor sleep. How did you grow that much if you haven't been eating? What? When you were with my brother, he cooked balanced meals for you. Thanks to him, you were able to control what you ate and the amount you ate. Because of that, your skin and hair became very shiny. But after you broke up with him, you ate and drank like there's no tomorrow. No wonder you turned out like that. So that's why you called him in a panic.
I see now.
All right. I can't forget Paul's cooking. I ate a lot of what Paul cooked for me, but I was able to maintain my weight and my skin was glowing like a baby. Ever since he and I broke up, I gained 40 pounds, and I can't apply my foundation smoothly anymore. On top of all that, I have pimples growing here and there. It's a disaster. Please do something about this.
Do something about that?
I have an idea. I'll work and earn money so you'll be the house husband, Paul.
A house husband?
That's right. I bet your job doesn't pay you much, so you'll be fine if you receive benefits as my spouse, right? I will work and earn money while you do the chores at home, but please continue doing some housework, okay? See, I'm quite understanding, aren't I? Right? Right?
I don't know how to respond to her. Just when I was having trouble, Paige and Ailey started laughing.
Paul as a house husband? What's wrong with that? We're living in an era where it's not unusual for men to be house husbands.
You're not wrong about that.
But I don't think my brother should be a house husband and receive benefits. Because I have never heard of anyone earning $150,000 receiving benefits. Huh?
Come to think of it, there's an income limit as to those who can receive benefits. Do people earning $100,000 receive them too?
Wait a second. $150,000? Who is earning that much? What? Don't lie to me. There is no way a good researcher earns that much. Actually, he is earning that much. He's booked up for the whole year to cook for different clients, and he's made a fortune from TV and video appearances. Not to mention product development for famous restaurants and collab products. There's even a post-it of him being sold. Allie and I are using it at work. What? But no one told me. You never told me that when we were living together.
Huh? Because you never asked me.
What? People who earn that much usually are so excited to tell others. There's only a very small fraction of the population who earn $150,000. Why didn't you say that you earn more than $50,000 when I said I'll break up with you?
Huh? Because you told me he works for one of the top companies in the country, and my job's not a stable one. So I don't know where my next client will be coming from. It's in an unstable state, so I couldn't stop you. That's what I told her, but when she talked to me about breaking up, my feelings for her were already gone. So there was no need for me to stop her.
Where you're going to get your next job? But if you have all your days this year booked, then that's secure.
Oops, I've been exposed.
You're a good cook and you're a high earner, and on top of all that, you're handsome. I didn't realize you're a catch.
Don't praise me that much.
You let go of a big fish. Stop talking about fishing at a time like this. Your ex-girlfriend is so unique. Ugh, whatever. Please, just live with me again. Please, manage the food I eat. If you don't, I might lose my original form.
You're right. It needs to be addressed immediately.
That's what I thought you'd say. I love you, Paul.
I then held the hands of the one I love.
What?
Let's go now, Ailey. Of course I held Ailey's hand.
I'm sorry. We're going to the wedding hall.
She said, and looked at the wedding hall nearby.
What?
As for the management of your food, I suggest going to the gym or the hospital.
What? No! There's no point in doing that if no one will cook for me. What? No, I can't do it alone, Paul.
We headed straight to the wedding hall while Minami collapsed on the ground crying. The reason why we came to the wedding hall was because it's Ailey's workplace. Actually, the wedding hall introduced to us was owned by Ailey. When I went there to apologize for the cancellation, we hit it off right away and started dating. Thanks to Ailey's fast thinking about going to the wedding hall, it looks like Minami finally gave up on me. She stopped calling me, and according to rumors, she gained even more weight. She took frequent leaves of absence from work and got fired. She eventually got evicted for non-payment of rent. When Minami went back to her parents' house, they thought she was a scammer because of the huge change in weight. Apparently, to lose weight, she's working part-time delivering post, and she lives at her parents' house. As for me, Ailey and I are getting closer and closer, and we're living happily together. Oh, by the way, I forgot to thank her for her investigation. Paige, thank you for your help. This is the reward for what you did for me. I placed a huge suitcase on the table.
Hooray! I was waiting for this moment. Huh? You look like you're doing something illegal. This is actually very valuable.
That's what Paige said, and took out a huge jar filled with pudding to the brim.
Huh? What is that?
It's my special pudding in a jar. It's quite difficult to make, so I only make it as a special reward. Paige's reward is always pudding.
Wow.
Oh no, I hope she's not turned off by this.
It looks so good. Please make that for my birthday too. I want apricot dessert in a jar. That sounds delicious too.
Really? But I was thinking of giving you a necklace on your birthday.
I want this.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's all dig into my special reward.
It makes me happy to be able to please the people I love with homemade food. The more people I cook for, the happier I become. Thank you for watching. What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!